from all the breakage. I customized my shampoo and conditioner to hydrate, soothe my scalp, and strengthen my hair, as well as lengthen it. As you can see, your girl has turned back to blonde in a minute. So my shampoo and conditioner are both purple to reduce brassiness as time goes on. The leave-in conditioner keeps my hair hydrated, since coloring or bleaching your hair, as you see here, doesn't exactly protect it. Function of beauty products contains no parabens, sulfates, GMOs, or toxins, and they are 100% vegan and cruelty-free. They have successfully saved my hair from severe dandruff, hair breakage, and stunted growth. Their products are delivered straight to your door. No need to go out, especially during this time. Function of Beauty also offers a subscription service. You can get ongoing deliveries on the schedule of your choice, and you can cancel at any time. Their products are completely sustainable, including their packaging, making them completely earth-friendly. Right now, you can click the link in the description for 20% off your first order and start healing your hair today. Thank you so much, Function of Beauty, for sponsoring today's video, and let's just get right into it, family. Hey, family. Welcome. Welcome, 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 welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome, welcome, welcome back to our channel. And today I'm going to be real with you. I want to sit down, have a get ready with me, have a chit chat. You might hear just a faint buzzing in the background because I'm at my vanity and there's like 20 light bulbs surrounding so I can see, because I'm a blind ass bitch. And yeah, I can't stop it. Today's video isn't meant to be a special ASMR like focused, if that makes sense. It's just me needing to talk to you. So if you want to get ready with me, if you want to grab a snack, if you want to sit down, and just follow along and listen, I need to talk today. So yes, I know my hair is like 2 different colors. I went, had a mental breakdown, bleached it 3 different times, and I think it turned out beautiful, but it's also blonde in the back and then white in the front. So with that being said, let's begin. I'm starting off with the Too Faced Proactive Nourishing Major Hangover Replenishing Primer. And this is going to be a long video, so let's start. I'm going to start off with about 3 to 4 weeks ago when I stopped filming pretty much completely. You're going to see me take off my glasses for the majority of this video. Anyway, and getting very close to the mirror because I really can't see. So about 3 weeks ago, well, this has been happening for a little over a year now, actually. I have, in case you haven't noticed, completely stopped filming role plays. So a big part of our channel used to be very lighthearted, some deep hurricane rescue ASMR role plays, or just Facebook Pearl Party funny role plays. Just some were offensive, with me wearing a dreadlock wig. Some were just very lighthearted and funny, like the Lying Artist videos. And then some of them, they were all overall creative and from a good place. But then at one point, I think around maybe December of 2019, a little bit earlier, I just completely stopped filming. I'm going in now with the Foundation Kat Von D Locket, which I don't even know the name, vegan Cosmetics. She doesn't run the company. I vaccinate my kids. Shut up. So anyway, so light 44, cool. The reason I stopped, and I don't really have an explanation or a story for this. I just like got burnt out. Now, before all of this COVID stuff started coming around, there was a lot of drama just overall in the beauty community, just some personal issues in my life, just things that I didn't want to deal with, to be completely honest. So I just stopped filming. I had a little bit of debt right after I purchased my home. I became a homeowner. Things were they were going brilliant for me, but, personal adulting problems. So I just completely stopped filming. And I stopped filming every day. If you've been part of our family for a long time, you know that I used to post 6 to 7 days out of the week, every single day for like 5-6 years. And again, that just honestly completely stopped. And it sucks because that's something I was very proud of with our channel. That's something I cherished, and I still do, and I hope to get back to. There's a lot of false promises I give you guys all the time, where I say, oh, I'm gonna start posting next week, and we're gonna get back on schedule. I tried doing a schedule for a while. I got some advice from Gibi and her posting days and how I could post and what would help me. But I noticed in regards to financial and monetization that it doesn't matter what days I post. That doesn't help me to get any more views, or it doesn't help to, what's the word I'm looking for? Up any RPM or CPM or whatever it's called. So I tried everything. Okay? To get myself on a schedule, to feel organized. And I'm just going to be real with you. I'm not an organized person. So anyway, I started slacking. Winter came, and 2019 Christmas was probably the best Christmas I've had my entire life. My family and I just moved into our first home, as I stated. We didn't have, crappy landlords, just hateful neighbors, mean people that we had to deal with anymore. We could be ourselves. We moved to a house with 2 acres of land. We are quiet. My husband built me a studio, which is where I film any videos you see after September 2019 is in my brand new studio. And everything is pretty much anything a person would kill to have, anybody would beg to have in their lives. I'm financially secure. If you followed my story for a long time, in 2016 I was at peak poverty. I was picking up cigarette butts off the ground of a methadone clinic, and I was stealing breakfast, stealing formula for my children, well back into 2016. Peak poverty is when my children were removed from my care in 2015. We received them back, January of 2017, but CYS was officially out of our lives in July of 2017. And that Christmas, I had asked for donations if anybody could help with my children's Christmas, because when your children are removed from your care, one thing that you have to prove to CYS is that you have a support system. So I made an Amazon wish list, and I said, hey family, at the time we were only I believe 17,000 of us. And I explained my story. I'm very open with my story. Sometimes that story doesn't appeal to other people, and I completely understand that. And you guys helped me. You guys saved my life. You guys helped me get my children back and prove that I have not only a support system, but a huge support system. And whether that be financial support, whether that be emotional support, physical support, overall general support of me, you've always been there and you've never left me. Even through my issues, my past hateful tweets, drama I've gotten myself into, whether that be with ASMR creators or other ASMR creators who have always stuck by me. And it was only up until this year, 2020, 2019 was probably the best year of my entire life. It was my most successful year. Everything was going great, but like I said, at the end of the year, regarding financial problems, just paying off some debt, paying off medical bills, things like that. We were on welfare in 2016, and since getting off of that, we didn't get very good insurance, so the copays were extremely expensive, not covering emergency room bills, not covering pediatrician bills, or things like that. So it just became a lot of just mini personal problems I don't speak publicly about, and I am very, very public. As many of you know about my life, I have nothing to hide. I mean, of course, there are things I keep behind closed doors, such as my family, and, sometimes I post pictures of my kids, and it's, great. But overall, I do have a life off of the internet. And sometimes I just don't let that life get public. So here's where everything comes in. I stopped filming role plays. I don't know how to get into this. I stopped wearing makeup. I stopped taking care of myself. I stopped showering. This was late, maybe early 2020. I just stopped doing everything. It was like a real big downer after Christmas. It just felt like everything just calmed down and I had nothing to look forward to for the year. So I stopped putting on makeup. My husband and I went through a really, not a hard time, but a pretty beautiful, blooming time. I've always had self-esteem issues. I hate the way I look. You can tell me how beautiful I am and how this and that, but I'll never believe you, no matter what you say, and I'm very grateful for that support and you guys to keep me afloat, to at least think that I'm worthy of attention and worthy of love. But anyway, my husband and I went through a very detailed week where him and I broke down to one another. We were close to divorce. Not now, Zora. Thicker than a bowl of oatmeal. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Anyway. And he just told me that I'm beautiful the way I am, so I wanted to test it. And I stopped wearing makeup. But stopping wearing makeup turned into kind of getting depressed, and stopped taking care of myself, stopped brushing my hair, brushing my teeth. I was fine around my children, taking care of them, but in regards to myself, I immersed myself elsewhere instead of my own mind and my own heart, kind of putting my problems to the side, and I didn't do anything about it. And that's just lasted till now. I started fighting in my head with myself every morning when I woke up. I'm like, why can I not feel beautiful in my own skin? Earlier this year, I posted my plastic surgery addiction story, all the lipo I've had, all the breast implants, surgeries I've had, all the lip injections, lip implants, Botox, everything else. Hello, Zora, baby girl. Okay, babe. But anyway, I've just had a really hard time this year accepting myself. And I just, it started getting hard, and it's kind of, I just stopped caring. I've isolated myself away from YouTube. I've isolated myself away from our family, which is you. I've just started putting out really dull content that's not fun, that's not okay. It just kind of overall sucks. And I don't even know where to go with this, because it's hard to talk about, because I don't know. Oh, sorry. I'm going in with the Benefit Bowing Brightening Concealer, and that's in the shade number 1. And I'm gonna take the cat out of here in a moment. But yeah, things just really started to go downhill. Things just started to really go downhill. And I got really super depressed. So fast forward to about 3 to 4 weeks ago, COVID, with everything happening, the kids being taken out of school, my kids have been miserable. There was nowhere to go in PA. There's no parks. There's, they're all closed. There's no theme parks to go to this summer. They're all closed up until recently. I'm putting the Tarte Shape Tape in the color Porcelain Beige over top of the erase paste, and then I'm going to apply I don't break the thing. Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. In the color Original, I guess. Yeah, Original. But there was nothing to do. So things started opening back up in Ocean City, and as many of you know, my dream, and always will be my dream, to live at the beach. The only reason we chose to buy a house here was because I know this place, and the property's very, very cheap. Our taxes, though, are so high that you would honestly not believe if I told you the taxes are like 7 to 8 grand in my area a year. It's very, very, very expensive, and it takes a very large chunk of our income throughout the year. But we're blessed to live here. I know where, you know what I mean? I know where we live. It was better than picking up and moving to a whole new state, putting my kids around people they didn't know. We weren't prepared for COVID last year, obviously. But basically, there's been nothing to do. And I love the beach, so I chose to pick my family up, and we went on a beach trip about a month ago, 3 to 4 weeks ago, to Ocean City, Maryland. And it was horrible. It poured down rain. We called beforehand to see if things were opening, if we could still go to the restaurants with masks. But when we went down there, it was like 20-mile-per-hour wind. It was horrible. I think the most we did was go mini golfing, and we went and flew a kite in 20-mile-per-hour wind, and we flew it outside the store we bought it from, and the owner of the store came out and grabbed our kite out of our hands and was like, "This is making my store look bad." And I was like, "I'm so sorry." It was just horrible. I was already depressed. I was trying my best to make my family happy. I was trying my best to pre-film and get content out for all of you. I wasn't thinking of myself. And little did I know, my health was seriously declining in the background, which I'll get into in a minute, which is terrible. I just got out of the hospital for 2 days. So anyway, I've been fighting this battle with my self-esteem. I have been trying to keep my family happy, my real family, outside of YouTube, my husband and kids happy. I wasn't worrying about myself. I'm slowly coming out of a very severe 6-month period of depression. I stopped filming role plays. I stopped doing what I loved, and I was totally spiraling. So we got back from the beach, got our dogs out of boarding, and 2 weeks goes by, and I'm going in now with the Huda Beauty translucent powder. This isn't translucent. This is in the color Pound Cake. It's like a very light color. So and I'm just taking some brush I bought off of Ulta.com on Black Friday. It split when I put it in water. Anyway, so then 2 weeks later, after we got home from the beach, I decided that I was going to take my family to the beach again. But only this time we were going to go to Virginia Beach, and we were going to go for a week on days that we knew the weather was going to be great. And let me tell you, it was probably the best vacation my family and I have ever had. I'm very blessed that I can just pick my family up, go rent a car, and go on vacation. I've been having real car problems. It's been so bad. Just one thing after the other, problems and problems and problems. And these are all first world problems that I do have the means to fix. But then tax season came. Google still has yet to send me my tax forms for the year. I've gotten all my sponsor tax forms, but I haven't gotten anything from Google yet. I've requested twice. I'm going to get a penalty since this past July. Just adulting problems. But I'm not taking care of myself, not caring about myself, not brushing my teeth, not showering. Just the depression is overwhelming. And fighting with myself about trying to accept the way I look without makeup, to try to accept my face and accept that no matter how much Botox or lip injections or anything I try to shove into my face, it's not going to make me feel pretty. And I take my family down to Virginia Beach, and it was the best vacation we've ever had. I live streamed every morning in the sunset on Facebook. I was just so happy there. And then the end of the week came. We had to get home because I didn't want to board my dogs for more than 5 days. They go to an excellent place, though. They're very happy. They get to run all day there, you know what I mean? But I still wanted to get home to my animals. You know, we had responsibilities waiting. My videos, I didn't film at all that week. I had sponsorships due. It was a mess. And the moment we drove out of that place, it just hit me. I was like, am I ever going to feel this happy again? Am I ever going to feel content? Some people don't even get to go to the beach their whole life. I get it. And trust me, I get it. This is just a talk between you and I. I get home. We're going on 3 weeks now, 2 or 3 weeks since we've been home. And the moment I get home, my health problems hit. So I get home, and one night I decided to have Subway for dinner. And I got, like, usually what we do on days where we're doing like gardening, or there's so much powder on my face, I don't even care. Usually on days that we're doing like gardening, or just, you know, we're busy that day, we'll just grab some takeout and we'll cook the kids something at home, like spaghetti, or like, you know, just something little like chicken fingers, fish sticks, whatever. Easy in the oven, easy for them to eat, and not too gross on their bodies. I ate a Subway seafood sandwich, and I only ever experienced this one time. Now I'm going in with the Hula Light by Benefit, and they stopped selling this in stores. And if you're wondering what all this is, one of my hair products like broke in my vanity and like spilled all over this. But anyway, this only ever happened one time during surgery. After I had my breasts redone, I was eating a seafood sandwich from Subway one day, right after my surgery, and I started feeling this tightness in my chest that truly felt like I was having a heart attack. It was burning and it was contracting. If you're a mommy and you know what it's like to have kids, whenever you have kids, your belly contracts, or you have cramps. You contract, so there's pain for like 20 seconds, goes away. A minute later, pain for 20 seconds, goes away. A minute later, and so on and so forth. This was happening in my chest, and I was ignoring it. I was like, this burns. I remember we called our surgeon. I was like, what's going on with me? He's like, you probably had something whenever they stuck the tube down my throat to have me breathe while they were doing the surgery. It might have scratched my throat or my esophagus, whatever, same thing. So then, like I said, that's only happened once. So I get home from the beach, and I'm eating a seafood sandwich, same sandwich, and I get this burning again. And this time, it had me on my knees. Like, I feel like there's something in my nose, I'm sorry. It had me on my knees. It was so painful. And I was like calling for my husband. It was like, you know, right before my kids went to bed, I'm like, Vic, please help me. Like, I don't know what to do. I go down to the ER. They take me in, and because it was in my chest, I said nothing about my heart. I was just like, I think I'm having heartburn. Something's wrong up here. I don't think I'm having a heart attack. You know what I mean? It feels like a heart attack, but because I said, you know, it's chest pain, they have to do an EKG in the ER to make sure that you're not having a heart attack. So the woman takes my EKG the first time, and she looks at it. I'm in triage, and she's like, I'll be right back. So she goes into the other room, and she comes in with a doctor, and the doctor's like, are you sure you're fine? Like this and that. I'm like, no, I'm having all this chest pain. Like, can somebody help me? And he's like, well, your EKGs are abnormal. He said that the T waves or something on the EKG are inverted. You can like see where I accidentally like got purple in my hair from the shampoo. It's like staining my forehead, but I'm just so over it. So they did another EKG to be sure. Abnormal. They did a third EKG while I was in the hospital right before I left, abnormal. And he printed out 2, so that makes 4 if you want to consider it abnormal. I get out of the ER for chest pain. They put me on Pepsid. Then they scheduled me right away with my doctor the next day to get me into a cardiologist to make sure that I'm okay. I'm in so much fucking pain at this point. I go home. I have a doctor's appointment the next morning. Schedules me with a cardiologist for the 24th or 25th of July, one of the two. I'm taking this toothbrush thingy and making lines on my nose to make my nose appear thinner. I don't know. So the next morning I go to my doctor. She diagnoses me with GERD from the blood tests and the little x-ray thingy they did the first time I went to the hospital. So GERD is gastrointestinal disease or something. It's where you get like really severe heartburn, like, but they still didn't understand why I was having pain in my chest. So she makes me a cardiologist appointment, puts me on Pepsid, sends me home. Tells me that the EKG going over it, that apparently I'm not getting enough oxygen to my heart. But to be sure, again, she wants me to go get a stress test at the cardiologist, somebody who's more educated in heart problems and can help me. I go home, the night goes by, and it's like 3:30 in the morning, and if you guys have watched my Instagram story, you know how bad it was, because I made an Instagram story, because around midnight of that night, the pain came back, and it was to the point where I couldn't breathe. I was like on my knees, like holding my throat, like, please somebody call the hospital. Like, I went down to the ER. Worst experience of my life. I actually walked out of there after it calmed down. I was in pain, but I wasn't in the like I can't move pain anymore. Usually this doesn't take me this long, by the way. I go down there. This woman, right when you go into the hospital, because of COVID and everything, they have to ask you if you've been out of the country, if you've been exposed to COVID, if things are okay. I'm like, no, like I couldn't talk. I'm crying. This woman was so rude to me, and I'm literally like bawling. I'm like, I can't like talk, like please help me. Like, she's like, have you been out of the country? Like, do you have a fever? I'm like, please, like, stop. It was horrible. The guy who parks valet, because I left my car in the ER. I was like running in there like I needed help. The guy takes my car, the valet person, backs it up, just wrecks my car into the wall. Didn't apologize, nothing. There's a big scratch on my bumper, like, it's fine. This was after I walked out. I finally get into the ER. She checks my EKG again because of chest pain. Abnormal. Sends me into the waiting room. 5 minutes goes by. People are not wearing masks. Like, nobody, like, no security's watching. They're all just like, can I bum a cigarette off you, honey? I'm bawling at this point. Like, I'm crying. When I cry, it's sad. Like, I feel bad for myself when I cry, because it's like, I'm like, like holding myself. These people, like, were like, oh God, what's happening in my forehead? You guys see that? It's like all dry skin, whatever. She's like, she sees me crying and she's asking to buy a cigarette off me. I'm like, I don't have any. Like, you know what I mean? Like, really? Like, not, are you okay, but can I buy a cigarette off you? She moves on to the next person. This guy's like, I have mine in my car. You can come out here and get one in my car. Like, this guy who just, like, broke, like, his arm and his leg and, like, clearly on, like, some type of pain pill. Take it from an ex-junkie, I know. He was feeling good, but he was in the ER for something, and they're all, like, exchanging cigarettes. There's a cop filling out like a scene, like, what do you call it, like an assault or something, like, not an assault, but like a DUI, like the woman, like, got her car hit or something. This guy's in the emergency room. It was a wreck. So a half hour goes by, an hour goes by. I'm in so much pain, but the massive pain has since, like, gone down. And the people are just in there, like, laughing and partying and having a good time at, like, midnight or something. I get up, I get out, and I get my car. I see, when I pull it out, it literally, like, detached from the fucking wall from being there. Scrapes off the bump, like, right underneath the car, scrapes off the bumper. Just bawling, like, crying. I could not stop crying that fucking day. That night, I made an Instagram story around 3:30 a.m., like, begging if somebody could help me why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling. Told you guys about the GERD and the problems and everything else. And then that morning, the pain was so severe again. It started happening, that contracting. I went back to the hospital because so many of you, which I really do appreciate, encouraged me to go back to the hospital. They did EKGs abnormal. They did chest x-rays. They did CAT scans. They did a CAT scan, a x-ray. They did ultrasounds, I think 2 of them. They're scheduled to scope me, and they admitted me. I just got out this morning, so I was in there for a full night. Like, I went in there early morning, so I stayed the full night. So 2 nights, I guess, because I got out the very, very next morning, like, and the whole time they're like monitoring my heart. Something's wrong with my heart. Like, I'm getting heart palpitations, but then they say it could be because of GERD. Like, nobody visited me, like no heart doctor is what I'm saying, because usually whenever you're admitted and it has to do with your heart, they'll have a cardiologist visit you while you're in there. Absolutely not. It was honestly like they admitted me to make me feel better or something. So I have GERD and severe heartburn, and then they switched me from Pepsid to like some kind of Nexium. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the word. And everything is falling apart. I'm getting calls about just very personal things I don't want to talk about. You know, I've been having problems with my mother. Like, it's just all crazy. I've completely given up on you guys. I haven't filmed. I haven't cared. Like, life has gotten in the way. I honestly thought about quitting YouTube. I thought about it. I was like, I'm gonna quit. But then, you know, after thinking for multiple reasons, number one, this is now my job. This is my income. You know, to put food on the table for my family, it's very important. Number two, I forgot, like, you know, that this helps anybody. I'm like, people hate my videos. I don't know why. I think these things about myself. It's just my self-esteem. Excuse me. It's like, it's horrible. I've lost, you know, a bunch of weight, 4 pounds. I know for many people that's not a lot, but for me, I'm, you know, like a smaller person, so 4 pounds is actually significant. I haven't been eating because I'm so scared of the pain, and I get home and I feel helpless because I don't have any answers, and here we are, like, filming this video, trying to give you guys an update. Like, I feel terrible, I feel helpless, I feel like a loser. I feel like everything I say is negative and it's affecting you guys, and all my videos are just horrible and it's affecting you guys, and I feel like my content's just been shit. And I'm on Twitter and I got involved with, you know, that drama earlier this year, and I'm so fucking tired of hearing about this Mary situation. I don't care. I don't care what I sound like. I just don't at this point. I don't care if I sound like, oh, I'm just blowing it off. It's not important anymore. I spoke to her and she spoke to me. I'm so fucking tired about getting comments about her. I don't want anything to do with her. She doesn't want anything to do with me. We talked it out and we let it go as adults. It was a big misunderstanding. I used my words wrong, and I called somebody a racist when allegedly they weren't. And I'm fucking tired about hearing about it and the reaction that I got from that. I'm so disappointed. Like, I understand constructive criticism, but the threats I got on my children and my family when I asked for proof of these threats and never got them, but yet my family, I'm posting like physical proof of these threats everywhere, and these people were like, you deserve it, like, good for you. My fucking kids, man. Like, I don't care anymore. I'm so fucking tired of hearing it. But after that situation happened, I lost 6,000 family members, which I've since gained back 3 times that amount. 6, 12, 18,000. Like, I'm losing it. Actually, 21,000. But, like, I don't want those people, like, who gave me threats and said they were, like, part of our family and was like, I hope this happens to you. Stay off our family. This is not our family. Like, you don't belong here. That stressed me out. I've just been so stressed. And 32 minutes in, I'm here to tell you, like, I'm sorry to you for how bad things have gotten, I guess, like, in regards to my content for you. I'm here to make you fall asleep. I have a side channel if I want to go rant about drama or, you know, other things. I'm going in with the Browist pencil, Anastasia Beverly Hills. And as you can see, I keep picking this eye because there's like something stuck, like a hair or something up in it. So much shit has happened this year, and, you know, it's not only me, it's the world. Like, everybody is just so unhappy. There are so many negative, hateful things going on social media. I mean, everybody's like, oh, next we're gonna have an alien attack. There was already a UFO like wreck in Brazil. It was real. It was confirmed. It was all over the news. Like, they covered it up. Look it up. It's absolute insanity. Okay, so this is gonna take me a minute. You might not even see me doing this, but I have completely lost my will to be on social media. I don't even have anything positive to say anymore, it feels like. And most importantly, I just kind of gave up, like, on you, on me, on my family. Like, you know, I'm trying to keep, because, I mean, let's be real, the people who come first are my children. I lost them once and I won't do it again. So I'm always trying to make sure they're happy and they're fed and they're healthy and they're smiling, because as long as they're smiling, then life is content. But because of COVID and because of not being able to see their friends, my daughter didn't get to graduate this year. My daughter didn't even get to have a birthday party outside the house this year. We still made it happy, but when their smiles kind of like dim out, you feel like you're a shitty parent. You feel like you don't belong. You know, I'm 29. My birthday was on the 25th. It was a horrible day. We went grocery shopping. Man, my husband tried his best. Like, you guys tried your best, but I'm just not happy right now. I'm sorry I'm coming towards you, like, right now telling you about this, but I need to be real with you. I need to be honest with you if I'm gonna be able to, like, move on and be happy. And, you know, I'll never stop doing this. As a career, I thought about it, you know, to quit, but I'm not going to keep putting out video if it's bad content. I'm not going to keep putting out like just like stupid videos that I'm just trying to make movements for 20 minutes. I want to feel it again. I want to feel the content I'm making for you. I want you to be able to come in the comments like you used to, which you still do, but it's kind of like, you know what I mean? It's just like diminished. And I want to make you happy, and I want to make my family happy, which are you, but you know what I mean, like my kids and my husband, and I want to make myself happy, but this year is so hard. This year is like the worst year of my life. Do you want to know what my goals were this year? I was going to write a book. I was finally going to write a book. That's my dream. I wanted to write a book. I wanted to write like a memoir and talk about my sexual assault and all my real, true, traumatic experiences and how I got over them and how far I've come. Because let's be real, I have come so far. I really have. And that, you know, feeling of proudness, I was never proud of myself until 2019, like last year and the year before that. My most successful years of my life, I felt on top of the world. And it's all gone. You know, I have a lot to be thankful for, and I do. But man, let me tell you what it's like to have everything you want in the world but not being able to enjoy it because of your depression. Let me tell you what that's like, and then get back to me whenever you feel it. Money does not solve everything. It sure as hell makes things comfortable, but it doesn't solve everything. When you have a brain disorder that makes you feel a certain way, it doesn't help, no matter how much money you have. Because all that money in the world isn't going to make you happy at that point whenever your brain is literally not making enough chemicals to make you feel a certain way, you know? And I'm so tired. I'm sleeping all the time. And I guess, like, where I'm coming from with this is I just wanted to hear what you have to say. There are so many beautiful creators, smaller creators. I'm going to be doing a video about it. They're so beautiful and so talented. One of those, please go give her a shout out for me and tell her that I sent you, please. Her name is Katie ASMR. I'll link her down below. Her and Tippy Tappy, Liam ASMR, are just like the sweetest people in the world. If I can consider friends in the community besides like Gibi, Liam and Katie, Tippy Tappy, are like the sweetest, kindest people. They made me a video for my birthday, man. Like, imagine like taking the time out of their day as ASMRtists to make me a video. You know what I mean? They've been through the whole drama with me. They've checked up on me, you know. And this goes out to all the other creators too. And I'm about to get into the ASMR community drama in a minute. Because little do you know, and I've kept this on my side channel, the ASMR community right now is so toxic. I don't care if you want to say like, oh, I'm the reason that it's toxic. I might be part of it with what I did to Mary. you know, in a moment of anger by, you know, calling her trash and calling her racist. But, and I'm not saying but for that, I'm saying, but other than that, the community is so toxic right now. And it's not on YouTube, obviously. It's off of YouTube, on Twitter and stuff. Listen to me. If you don't have a Twitter, don't make one. Just don't. So pointless. So toxic. Like, I had to block and unfollow so many different ASMRtists because of the things, you know, that have gone on behind the scenes. I don't even care anymore how I sound. If I could tell you what happened last year in 2018, which I've talked about in my live streams, with 2 creators, and then I had a collab with Phoenician Sailor ASMR, and the girl who is like in love with him, who's also an ASMRtist, like messages him before I go and see him, and is like, you better be careful about Karuna. Like, what fucking place is that? You know what I mean? You don't know anything about me. Nothing about me. And you're messaging people, like, privately, like, when I'm on my way 3 hours to see this person to be careful? Really? You know what I mean? Like, ew. And then her friend trying to kick another ASMRtist off the internet. And for what? Like, I could tell you guys things. I wanted to in my last video on my side channel, but I didn't. That goes on behind the scenes in the ASMR community that you would be like, what? Because to these people, it's all about money. And for me, I actually care. And that's why I've stopped making content, because I'm tired of making shitty content just to have money, and I'm losing money. But that's okay, because I'd rather you guys not have to watch a shitty video of me just literally begging, trying to like make ASMR, but I can't. So, anyway, regarding the ASMR community, it's toxic behind the scenes. Twitter, drama with collabs, like, these people. But then there's like people like Katie, there's people like Minx Laura ASMR, who has like 60,000 subscribers. She's been on YouTube longer than I have, and like, she doesn't even have over 100,000. This girl deserves 1 million. Katie deserves 1 million. Liam deserves 1 million. And then there's these people like who, one of them, you know, he's a guy. I can't stand him. He always subtweets about me doing OnlyFans, and like, he always subtweets about me. And whenever I try, like, he's another creator. He's a very large creator on the platform. Whenever I try to email to talk to him, he has his DMs off. I don't know how to get a hold of him through email, through anything, to ask him why he has such a problem with me. Like, don't subtweet me. Talk to me. You have a problem with me? Talk to me. These people I've had drama with, I've watched them try to take down other creators. I've tried to talk to them, but they have me blocked on all platforms. So, what am I gonna do? You know, what am I gonna do? So yeah, 2020, you know, I see this stuff going on social media besides my own crap, and it breaks my heart because there's nothing I can do about it. Nobody wants more drama, especially in the ASMR community. What ASMR community is about sleep and relaxation? Who wants drama? But let me tell you something. Regarding this so-called drama, whatever, it's affecting the way creators are succeeding. I'll tell you that. So these people that you may be able to experience and have the best ASMR of your life, you can't, because I guarantee there's a creator in the background trying to take them down. I'm not kidding. And that's what's definitely pulled me away from it this year too. What's become of our community? What has become of our community? I don't even know what I did to my eyebrows because I'm talking so much. Oh, I don't even care. But yeah, family. I'll fix it later. I don't know. I'm so appalled. I'm so disgusted. I'm so disgusted at these people. My hair's starting to like get all frizzy. So yeah, your ASMR community you hold so near and dear to your heart. it's not what you think outside of the videos. And it's pushed me away. It has pushed me so far away from wanting to do anything anymore. I'm so sorry that I seem so negative. I promise you I'm going to do better and try better, and that's why I'm making this video, to try to explain like my life and what's happened this year. But this is the Kylie Jenner pressed powder palette. It has all kinds of gook on it. I just don't care anymore. You know what they say for people who are depressed? They say, if you can just do one thing each day, just to start getting a sense, of normalcy, you had a good day. For example, making your bed. You know what I do every morning? I wake up an hour before my kids wake up. I go downstairs, throw on a jacket, run to Dunkin', get my coffee, come back, I sleep for a little bit, and nap for a little bit, and then I wake up at 6, my kids wake up at 7 to 7:30. I'm going in with topaz, and quartz. So topaz on the outer lid, quartz on the inner lid. I nap for a little bit. They wake me up on the couch. I go get them breakfast, and I sit and talk to them, ask them what they dreamt about. Like, we'll talk for a little bit. You know, it's great. It's beautiful. But then they go about their day, and, you know, they'll go play their games, they'll draw, they'll go play in the basement, because they have a huge playroom down there. We're currently remodeling our basement. Knocking out the walls down there that are storage corridors, and then in the living room we're ripping them up to put down wooden floors because of our dogs. We have an Italian Greyhound, and he's just so hard to potty train. So sometimes when he's not on the leash, he likes to go to the bathroom on our rug, which is extremely hard to get out of the carpet, and I hate it, so we're getting wooden floors. But anyway, you know, my kids go about their day and do their own thing, and that leaves me, you know, my husband, him and I will, you know, spend some time gardening and spend some time together in the morning, but then that's usually my time to film is in the afternoon. And I'm so depressed lately, so I just go and sleep. I sleep the day away. It's not normal. So here's where the positivity comes in. I vowed to myself, starting today actually, after this video, I'm gonna wake up every day and I'm going to make my bed. I'm gonna do one thing every day. But one thing I also am going to do is I'm going to get ready. Whether or not I'm going to be hanging around the house all day, I'm going to put jeans on, I'm going to put a nice shirt on, I'm going to do my hair, and I'm going to do my makeup. And then if I have to film, whatever, after half the day is over, I'm washing off my makeup, and I'm going to go out in public. I'm going to go grocery shopping without makeup. I'm going to, you know, try to teach myself that I am worthy to be treated the same as everyone else without makeup. I am worthy of love. There are people that love me. I wouldn't have made it this far, right? Right? It's so easy to tell yourself. But, yeah, that's what's been going on, family. I have been losing it. And it's about time that I need to step up and tell you guys how I'm feeling, because it's what I've always done on this channel. But every time I tell you how I feel, usually there's a successful ending. I wanted to write a book this year, and my dreams are to write a book. I want to be a public speaker, and my dream is to do a TED Talk on sexual assault and, you know, ASMR, addiction, things like that. And my biggest dream is to be on Joe Rogan's podcast. I've always wanted to speak to Joe Rogan. I used to hate the man. If you go back like years ago and you look at like my videos, I'm like, I hate Joe Rogan. Like, I never watched him before. I just knew him from, what do you call it? Fear Factor or whatever. Oh, this is the Glamnetic or Moxie Lash eyeliner. I'm going to be putting on some fake lashes. So I have to be very careful how I put this on, because it will like rip out my eyelashes. But yeah,
things are just not okay right now. And I have nobody to talk to. I have you guys. And whether or not you hear me and you say this video is negative and I can't follow you anymore, I get it. I get it. You guys need a safe place for security with COVID and everything else going on. You do. You really do need that. And so do I. But I'm not going to be fake for you. How am I supposed to be myself if I'm being fake for you, family? Seriously. You know? I'm just not going to do that. So, I'm just going to do this every day for myself, for my mental health in regards to, you know, taking care of myself and putting on makeup and getting ready and not napping. And things are starting to open up again. And, you know, and I want to be myself, and I want to be happy, because I can't quit this. I don't ever want to stop doing this. Do you know, like, the nicest feeling? I'm going in with the tattoo liner in Trooper Black just to make the cat eyes. But you know what the best feeling in the world is? Is when somebody says that you helped them, in my opinion. When somebody comes to me and our family in our comments saying, like, last night I wanted to do this to myself, but you stopped me from doing this to myself. That's the best fucking feeling in the whole world. It's the best feeling. It makes me feel like I did something right, instead of feeling like I'm worthless and I'm not contributing anything to society, and I'm, you know, I deserve like this or I deserve that, like bad things. It makes me feel loved. And I'm not giving that up. Whether that takes me to take a long break, whether that takes me to get some real constructive criticism from you guys and learn from it, you know? You guys are the only thing other than my real family that I have. And that's why I call you family. You guys are my family. That's why I call you my fucking family. You know? I can't give that up. I'm not gonna give that up. So I just wanted to get on here and vent today, family. Let you know I'm not doing okay. My health is shit. Like I said, I'm very blessed to have financial stability. But like I said, you can have all the money in the fucking world, but if your brain's not letting you be happy, what's the point? You know? What's the point? How long am I gonna ask you to wait for me before I ask you to move on? You know? That's another thing not filming. You guys need to sleep. You're gonna find it elsewhere, and I think that's great. Like I said, start looking for the smaller creators, because some of those big creators you're watching, they're not very pure. And by big creators, I'm not talking about like the millions and millions. I'm talking about like those in the 200, 300,000s. The ones who are rising stars, the blondes, they're not very nice people. The ones wearing glasses, who are the males, they're not nice people. And they're not in it for you. I can promise that on my kids. They're not in it for you. I've watched it behind the scenes. I've watched it directly with these people. There's just a lot more things going on behind the scenes I wish you knew about. And it's not affecting you personally, but it's making ASMR a business, and that's what we don't want. People are cutting people out left and right to get to the top, and I think that's gross. So this is the Benefit Roller Lash, and I'm just putting a little on my top lashes so I can have like a base to stick the falsies on. So I don't want to stop doing what I love. I don't. I just need to get back to me. You know what I mean? I need to start being me again. And I've strayed so far away from that it's like gross. Alright, so now that I'm pretty much finished, I'm going in with the Cover FX, the high performance setting spray. This stuff is amazing. And I'm going to spray it, and then I'm going to quickly add the Jaclyn Hill highlighter in the color Extra while my face is a little damp, because it gives like a brighter shine. I do this anyway, whether I'm on camera or off camera, like that. And there's like gook that gets in the cap here that I always have to like scrape out. And I broke my nail already. Like, I'm a wreck. But please just let me know what you think. Alright? Just let me know how you're feeling. Do you even think this channel's changed? I did a poll on Twitter. And I asked if anybody's noticed a difference on our channel. And 80% said no. And 20% said yes. And I was surprised that many people said, no, there's not a change. And there was no context. I didn't know, if these people have been part of our family for a long time, or, what is it? Just applying a little up here. It's not going on. I never show the brushes I use because I hate all of them, and I can never find good brushes for my skin. So, this came with the Jaclyn Hill highlighters. And yes, for your information, I actually do really like Jaclyn Hill's makeup. And I wish I would have been able to try out her hairy lipsticks. I'm so sick of seeing other creators bully people because of their, products. No, I'm not talking about Jeffree Star. I regret supporting Jeffree Star after seeing some of the videos that recently came out, and Shane Dawson. I'm tired of being told who I should, care about, and I'm tired of being told who I should follow. I think that's just so gross. So gross. I tried to make my hair wavy today, but it fell down because of the humidity. Like this right here. So I don't know, family. I appreciate if you've made it this far. Leave a robot emoji. Bunch of robot emojis. I recently finally took my comments off of being held for review before they happened because of the whole Mary thing and the threats I was getting. Ugh. Jesus Christ. A bunch of Republicans came from her channel and they were vicious. That's why I'm just so tired of it. Say what you want, but that was messed up. So last but not least, before I put on the falsies, which I don't know if I'm going to do it on camera because one, I don't even know where they're at. Yeah, I really don't even, all I have are these classy lashes. And I only use those when I go on bike rides, but the lipstick I'm using is the Anastasia Beverly Hill in the color Stripped. And I don't think that's even gonna look good on my lips. I'll take it. You gotta be careful who you choose to fall asleep to at night. Find someone who seems genuine, who's going to value you,
whether or not they're just creating ASMR, remember, they have the power to make you sleep, so they have the power to do other things to you. I mean that. Remember that, family. And yeah, I guess I'll throw these on here while we're here. This is the Moxie Lash in Classy Lash. I just ordered a whole new thing of lashes last week. These are so dirty and so old. You can see, like, they're so bad. But these ones are really easy. They just go right on.
Yeah. I just add all the time, like, a ton of mascara on top of it.
Oh god. And they're so hard to get off because they're so old. Like, I'm gonna get an eye infection.
So if you've made it this far again, just go ahead and put down like a robot emoji or something in the comments. Let me know you stuck around, family. I'm so grateful for you. I always will be, no matter what happens.
It's almost like, you know, you're a true friend for, you know, sticking around and knowing my faults and listening to me and knowing I come from a good place, because I really do. Excuse me, but sometimes I really do say things without thinking. I say things without, you know, thinking of the consequences. I've done it in my past. I'll probably do it again in the future. But overall, I don't want to hurt anybody. I really don't. I don't. And with that being said, let's see. This is today's Get Ready With Me. I wish I could put on some different lashes, but I'll take what I can get. But this is my blonde hair. I wish I could get it just a little bit more wavy over here. But for some reason, it's the humidity, it's just fallen completely flat. So yeah, just be careful which creators you choose. I'm gonna put a little shine infusion on this. Ugh, when this stuff gets on my glasses, it's like hell on earth. Hell on earth. If you were asleep, I just woke you up and I'm sorry. But again, I wanted this to be completely unedited, completely raw. And that's it, family. So with that being said, if nobody's told you this today, and I mean this and I always will, if nobody's told you that they loved you today, whether you and I are separated by a screen, I want you to feel it, that I love you. And I'll always do my best to make you happy. Whether we've met in person or we never met in person or we're never going to meet in person. On my kids' lives, I will do my best to always make you happy. I will do my best to always make you smile, because I know what it's like not to smile. And that's why I always try, whether it be my kids, my husband, you guys. I just always want the best for everyone, and sometimes I forget about wanting the best for myself. So thank you for listening. I'll see you soon.